Do healers reach a plateau of understanding, like you do a course and then that's it, you're a healer? Or how does it work?
From my experience of observing students, I think that when people start out, there is a quite a rapid increase in awareness and understanding of their own personal existence in terms of their life presently, maybe experiences they've had in the past. So awareness rapidly increases initially, and then as time goes on it starts to, as you say, plateau. And that can be a sign of a number of things. One can be that they need to remain on a certain level of understanding to learn another lesson or part of a life's lesson that they've decided to work through. Another can be that when they plateau, that sometimes need to take a little bit of time out from doing too much energy work that can be counterproductive. And another one could be that they start to plateau and then they remain a bit more stagnant.
Oh, I see.
So then they need to go a little deeper into the understanding of maybe what they're working through, and then as they start to go deeper into that, maybe the issue or pattern at hand comes to light. They can look at it, and it's sometimes not very easy to do that. That's why on all our courses we support students deeply through their development. But once they bring that to light, look at it, and are able to release it, then they start to move up vibrationally in not only in energy but understanding, so that they start to gain wisdom.
I see. So that's why it would be important then not to mix different therapies together.
I actually advise students when they come for an interview, if they're coming on a course which is a 2-year energy course, which involves a lot of self-development. I can't say they have to do this, but it's an advice to maybe not do any other development type courses or energy courses, because they can start to interfere with each other.
Okay.
I think that may lead on to another question, is which comes up with students as they go through a course: can they mix other therapies with the therapy that they learn?
Yeah.
So, for example, can I mix massage with crystals, or can I mix another healing modality with crystals?
Yeah, because some of them seem as though they would be very good together.
Absolutely, I can understand why people think like that. But the problem is this, is that when you have one modality, say massage, you've learnt a certain way of working, you work to a certain number of rules, and you know the effects that your work may have on a client.
Yes.
Yeah? So if, for example, you use oils, which in aromatherapy you do, and this is in no way saying that most people who do aromatherapy want to mix therapies. It's just choosing an example to exemplify what I'm trying to say. Certain oils will have certain effects.
Yes.
Now, if you then start to bring in a crystal energy, crystals start to shape and focus energies and amplify and change. So the effects of those vibrations of those oils will be changed, so that your final outcome, you can't predict it as much. And also, from the other side, if you're a crystal healer or working with crystals and you're using another therapy in an adjunct to that is different, you cannot predict how your crystal is going to affect somebody. And I have had experience where people have had mixed therapies, and I must say that the majority of the time has not been a positive feedback from that. where people have felt they've experienced energies which are too intense,
Yes.
or have created quite major crises,
Yes. Yeah.
where they've not been able to cope with the changes that those two modalities have when they come together. And then you come to the basic understanding of, if you have one therapy, you have a code of conduct. If
Yes.
you have another therapy, you have a code of conduct,
Yeah.
and you should stick to those.
Yeah.
If you start to cross boundaries, and
Yeah.
a number of things happen. One, your insurance, you're not insured for crossing therapies. Two, your awareness of, as I say, how it affects somebody changes. So people have to be careful.
Yeah, and crystal energy is so powerful anyway in its own right, that it could be too much for somebody to have another therapy mixed in with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crystal therapy is incredibly powerful, and that's
Yeah.
why we advocate a minimum of 2 years training.
Yeah.
And that's something you do for a practitioner or a diploma course. And even then, you're just really starting out on that road of knowing how to use crystals, what's energy about, how does it affect people. Because ideally, we're not trying to fix people. It's supporting people through their lives.
Yeah.
Whether they're going through a change or something's happening, you want to support them.
Absolutely, and it's so needed in this time of chaos and total polarization in our world at every level. And how, as a healer, how would you suggest that we can keep ourselves a little bit more balanced?
Simple techniques. I mean, I don't think anyone now, even people who aren't into our work, into energy work, you'll find people who are very conventional, which are looking out onto the world and thinking, what's happening?
Yes.
As you say, it's
Yeah.
chaotic.
Yeah.
And there are some very, very simple, basic energy techniques that can help anyone.
Really?
You don't have to be into the work that we do in a deep way. One can be grounding, which is making sure you're a lot more stable in the world, and focused. And the other can be strengthening the energy field, so that you're aware that you're less affected by what's going on around you, so you can carry on with your own life. Because it's quite easy to get caught up in the drama of what's going on in the world and the difficulties.
Yeah.
And another method could be is just simply being able to clear your energy field with simple meditation every day or every other day, so that your experiences you have, whether it be at work or at home or in life generally, some of those things that you don't need, you can just clear away, so that it gives you the chance to recharge.
Yes. The only thing is, how would you explain to people that don't understand that there is such a thing as an energy field? How would you begin to help them in this chaos?
I think, from my experience, people who are sceptical often can be those that get the most from what we do, because as long as they experience it. So, for example, a simple introductory workshop. Even if they went to a qualified healer, and FSM has a list of qualified healers on its site, and even for people who maybe get a taste of it and see how beneficial it is, there's a more in-depth introductory course, which is about 3 weekends. And what's included in that is a very good foundation of just being able to use those things to help you in your daily life.
Oh, that's brilliant. Well, thank you very much for answering all those questions. It's really helpful. Thank you.
Thank you.